Hi, I'm Lolita and I am a CSW for Richmond Services, and I work in the RIDSAS area, which is with our guys that are court ordered to be there. I came to work to Richmond 5.5 years ago after spending 6 years at Child, Youth and Family, working with a variety of children, and then ended up working with a lot of Richmond clients, but still under the Child, Youth and Family umbrella. And during that time I was a casual, which meant no holiday pay, no sick pay. Came over to Richmond because they asked me to, which was really nice to follow a client for consistency, and was very excited because suddenly I got sick pay and holidays, which was just lovely. I've now been at Richmond for 5.5 years. During that time I've had 2 children, which is really good because Richmond were lovely and put me to a less risky situation at the time, and then I was able to come straight back and jump in with the guys I'd been working with. So the service I work for is the RIDSAS service, and that's the Regional Intellectual Disability Supported Accommodation Service. Our clients come to us from court, and basically they have committed a crime and they have an intellectual disability, so they don't fit the criteria for prison. So they come to us, generally not thrilled about coming to us because they either thought they were going to go to prison or they were going to go home. So we can have behavioural difficulties there with them trying to fit in. This can stem from verbal abuse to property damage. They may attempt to assault you. Thankfully we are completely trained in NVCI, which is the Non-Violence Crisis Intervention, which means that it's very rare for staff to get assaulted, but you can be in some high-risk situations. We work with clients that have issues from sexual offending to arson to breaking into cars, and we have the behaviours that go with that. A typical day as a community support worker is you would come in at 7 o'clock, check the diary to make sure that there's any appointments that have come up from the last day that you need to attend. Look at the guys' planners because they will organise day to day what they would like to do. So you may be involved in going to a work placement with a client. A lot of our guys work in the voluntary industry because there is still a bit of discrimination out there for jobs for our guys with intellectual disabilities. Recently I've been going quite a bit to court with our guys. Love it. I like the court process. I'm thrilled to sit there. Others not so happy, so they will volunteer me and I'm in. I will sit with the guys, give them the support they need. Also very good at explaining what's going on because some lawyers don't speak slow enough for our clients or explain stuff in a language they can understand. So that is part of your role, to make sure you're an advocate for your client and that they understand everything that is going on around them. If you're on an afternoon shift, that's when the cool stuff happens. I'm part of the activities committee, so we organise stuff for our guys, so you might find you're going bowling. I love that. Unfortunately, there's no trophy for the staff. So you may win, but you don't get the kudos of winning. Qualities I think you need for the job: got to have a sense of humour. Got to be able to de-stress at the end of the day by having a laugh. Otherwise you will carry that home and then it starts to permeate every part of your life. You've got to be able to leave work at the door. Because you may walk in and have quite a bit of verbal abuse, got to have a thick skin. Absolutely essential. You can't let it affect you. If the client knows they've struck a weak point, they will hammer it home. You won't last in the job. You've got to be able to, again, leave it at the door. We work with quite a few sexual offenders. A lot of their victims are quite often the same age as my children. At the end of the day, our clients are human beings. They deserve to be treated with respect. A lot of them have had horrific things happen to them in their past. You've got to be able to deal with that and not let your personal life or your personal values come in and interfere with how you would support a client.